Mark, if you can first of all just give us a bit of history about the Mark Geyer Cup, because it's a relatively new competition.
Yeah, the Mark Geyer Cup is in its second year. Last year we had the grand final over at Penny Park, and this year we've got it here at St Mary's, my old junior club. Basically, it's a competition, the only competition in the western suburbs or in Penrith, in Mount Druitt, that's played after school on a Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. Under 14s, Gemmo just scored. Under 16s and opens. Today is the grand finals, and we've had Mount Druitt win the 14s. 16s was Glenmore Park, and it looks like Gemmo might win the opens, but it's been a phenomenal year. The main reason is that we implement rules and structures around the competition, which the teachers are on board about as well. You've got to tick 3 boxes after each week to play. One is you have 75% attendancy record. You've got to hand in every assignment and every a bit of homework your teacher gives you. And thirdly, and probably most importantly, that if you show one bit of disrespect to any teacher or student, you're not playing. And we've already had a couple of teams ejected from the comp who didn't adhere to the rules. The teachers actually rang us up and said, my students aren't doing what they should be doing, so we're not going to play them. And I think that's what I want to get across. Rugby league, if you're a rugby league player, is always going to be there. You're always going to have a game. But to play with schoolmates after school, you've got to really put yourself out a lot. But you want to have to be a good student as well. You only get a small window of school, and there's not many people I talk to who don't regret some part of their schooling life. So hopefully these kids can have their cake and eat it. Be good at school, and then on a Wednesday or Thursday, get out and play with their mates.
What's the best part about being involved?
The best part about being involved is seeing the students really take ownership of their school and really take pride in what they're doing, and also to see that reflected in their classwork and in their attitudes and that kind of stuff at school as well.
And is it good to have local schools involved?
Yeah, it's great. And in particular today we saw Jamison versus Kingswood, which is a great rivalry, and it sort of adds that sort of extra sort of thing to the game and stuff. So it's good. It's good to see.
Our motto is I learn, so I play. So if you learn, you get to run around each week and have a game. This year we've been lucky enough to have a couple of good sponsors. Master Coaching in Penrith has come on as a tutor, and McDonald's have come on with a credit to each player who's the man of the series to pay for his textbooks or school uniforms. And it's getting bigger. We've got 3 new schools from last year that have come on. And we've got more kids who are participating who don't usually play rugby league on a weekend, which is our goal.
Yeah, as you just mentioned, they don't have to be affiliated with a junior rugby league club, do they? And tell us some of those kids that are involved that haven't played before. What's the reception like? Phenomenal.
They said, how long has this been going on for? A lot of soccer players, a lot of AFL players, a lot of swimmers. It's been. I think last year we had 73 players play rugby league who hadn't played before. So out of that 73, if half of them go on to, do it as a weekend sport, we're winning. But it's the most joy I get out of the whole thing is watching kids grow through it, and the comp's giving kids a reason to go good at school. They don't even know what's happening to them. With the rules and regulations we set. So hopefully it gets bigger and better next year. I think with all indications it will.
And a big honour for you to, have this cup named after you in an area you're very, very passionate about.
Very. Yeah, it's an accolade that I haven't taken lightly. When they asked me to put my name to it, I wanted to have a big involvement in it and lay down some rules and regulations, along with Mark Bowen from the NRL, who's been a phenomenal help as well, and Anna in the NRL has been a big supporter as well of us, and we can't thank them enough. But ultimately, it's the players who need the pat on the back, because they're the ones who are changing their lives around very subtly, but in a profound way.
So where do you see this Mark Geyer Cup going in the future?
It'd be good to see it go statewide, and seeing other schools try and implement the same type of rules and regulations, because it's an honour to play rugby league, not a privilege.